what's up, guys? In this video, we're going to take a look at some unusual sky phenomena people have noticed. A couple different things, one from Portland and one from down in Indonesia. And I've got a brand new picture slideshow I put together of new sky phenomena photos from all around the world. But we're going to start here at the Schumann Resonance at the website. You guys are probably already familiar with this tab here. This is the frequency of planet Earth. And as you can see, over the last 24 hours or so, there's been what I'm kind of looking at is like a ripple in the frequency data of planet Earth over here at the Schumann. So come over and check it out and see what you think. I don't know really what's causing that, but definitely some activity in the Schumann right now as we do this video. Also last night there was a 4% waxing crescent moon over in the western sky. That's a photo I took after sunset, and it also had a partner, had Venus up above the crescent moon. That's high in the western sky. I'm getting a lot of photos of Venus, and it's being looked at as some sort of a possible rogue planet, UFO. It's very common when Venus is bright in the sky that if you don't know it's Venus, it does look like something quite large in the sky, but Venus is in the western sky. That's what you're seeing right there. In fact, I did a little video last night of the crescent moon and Venus looking to the west after dark. There's the crescent, and then above the crescent you can clearly see Venus. So if you guys do see that, just know it's Venus, and it's going to be there all spring, all summer, clear into the fall when it becomes the morning star, and you'll see Venus in the eastern sky just before sunrise, and it will look spectacular there also. It'll look very big and bright, but if you look at it through a telescope, it'll actually be a crescent, much like the moon. So kind of neat, but just know the bright light you see in the sky more than likely is Venus. We're going to start off over in Portland, Oregon. A young lady by the name of Patricia noticed something way off in the distance as they were driving down the highway, her and a friend. And notice this. Let me stop it for a second. See way off in the distance down here, you can see what looks like a couple of lines in the sky amongst these random clouds. Everything else looks like a random cloud, light blue sky, partly cloudy conditions, or mostly cloudy. But off in the distance, you can see something there that just doesn't quite fit in. So we're going to zoom in and take a closer look, and they described it as a ship. That's what they said it looked like, and that's what compelled them to take this photograph. I invert it and do some modifications to the lighting and color. I don't alter the photo in any way. There's two photos, one from a long distance and then one from fairly close. And you can see there's a couple of straight lines, linear lines there that just don't fit in. Does look like some sort of a possible big V or wedge-shaped craft over in the sky. Unbelievable observation, and they noticed that from a long ways away. So you can tell it left an impression on them to see it that far away and then take pictures of it. There's a pretty good example here, or that modification there turned out pretty good. There's another one that turned out pretty decent, and you can tell that whatever that was very large. Here's another decent look at it right there. Kind of pulled forward some of the clarity of this thing, and it's behind the clouds, and here they are side by side. That's what they saw from several miles away, way off in the distance down there. See that? And that's exactly what they said it looked like, a ship. Those were exact words. So great observation out of Portland, Oregon. And that photo was taken this week. Now we're going to hop down to Bali, Indonesia, where Christina noticed a very unusual object in the sky. And this was not Venus. It was some sort of a square way off in the distance. Video sent in by Marizo. And again, this is out of Bali, Indonesia, around 6:30 p.m. The sun had just went below the horizon, and she noticed this thing over in the western sky. This isn't Venus. Venus would have been up much higher, and Venus isn't square. When you zoom in on this real close, which we're going to take a close look at this thing, it's some sort of a square over in the sky, and it appears to be rotating very rapidly, either side to side or in a complete 360-degree motion. It's maintaining its position, doesn't seem to be, that's the camera moving, it doesn't seem to be moving up or down or right or left, even though you can clearly see the winds blowing by the movement of those trees on the left. Just really bizarre. Seeing a lot of unique things in the sky here recently. This here, I've never seen anything quite like it. A hovering square, and at that distance, she was probably at minimum several miles away. I don't know how far away that was exactly from her vantage point, but it was a few miles. This thing must have been pretty decent size. It wasn't necessarily small. I would say it was at least the size of a car, maybe 20 feet at most, 10, 20 feet wide or square. Here towards the end of this little video clip, I adjust some of the lighting and color, try to pull forward some of the features of this thing. It appears to be its own light source, as the sun is already below the horizon, and this thing's just sitting over there, once again down in Bali, Indonesia. And here I start to adjust the lighting and take away some lighting, I add some lighting, and I invert, and it's clearly a square of some sort. Has its own type of propulsion system or whatever that allows it to just sit parked in the sky. Doesn't seem to be moving. The movement is from the camera because it was so far away, and when she zoomed in, the camera will just the slightest bit of movement seems like a lot. And here it is, completely inverted. This is a negative format, and just a very unique observation. It's not an orb. Sometimes we'll see orbs or, even balloons. This doesn't fall in that category. This is something very unique, and it's the shape of a square of all things. Great observation by Christina out of Bali, Indonesia. Speaking of great observations, I've got a lot of new pictures to share, and I'm working on many, many more. Zach out of Washington looking down on Mount Rainier from up above. Look at that blanket of clouds that's swamped over Mount Rainier. Winnipeg, Canada. Scott noticed a big boomerang shape up in the sky all by itself. Lancaster, California. Mark looked like a tsunami in the sky. Big cloud formation. Herbert S. out of Puerto Rico. This is probably a balloon. As you can see, there's some sort of a internal framework or structure inside this sphere. I've seen those before myself. At certain angles when the sun's very low on the horizon, that will make the balloon, if the balloon is transparent, look like that. It's reflecting light inside the balloon. So more than likely that's what that was. Frank M., not exactly sure of the location. Very unique sky. April N., sunrise or sunset with a pink backdrop. Good photo. Chicago sunrise. Anthony T. with a big red sunbeam coming up from the horizon. Vicky out of Wisconsin. Those very unique waves up in the sky, those cloud waves. Tammy out of Seabrook, Texas. Looks like a large asteroid or something entered the atmosphere. I don't think it was, though. Another one out of Texas, Sabre. Big hole punch cloud phenomena. Looks like a ship up in the sky. Pretty Kitty out of Oregon. That is a moon halo. See sun halos and moon halos. Mariano out of Yuma. You can see what looks like a triangle shape up in the sky. Karsten S. out of Denmark. A fiery orange sunrise or sunset. Karen out of Kelowna, British Columbia. Another moon halo. Speaking of the moon, Karen, Bolton, United Kingdom. Nice close-up of the moon there. Cape Town, South Africa. Jerome, spectacular sunrise from South Africa. Not sure what's going on here. Debbie R. out of Hobie Sound, Florida. This is over on the eastern side of Florida near West Palm Beach. And you can see the orange clouds in the proximity of the sun. We've been seeing that out here in Arizona, over in California. Quite a bit here lately. And there it is again. But these photos almost look like there was some sort of a wildfire in that area. I don't know how else to interpret these. Look at that. Looks like a wildfire down near West Palm, Florida. And I don't think there was. Reno, Nevada. Carrie, very unusual cloud with a bird flying in front of it. Shirley B. out of Illinois. Unique sunrise coming through the forest trees. Brisbane, Australia, Ryan, some spectacular purple lightning. Mount Shasta, Renee, very unique cloud near Mount Shasta. Look at that, looks like some sort of a ship moving through the sky. That's what compelled her to take the photograph. The cloud's very unique shape. Kingsbury, Texas, Mellow B, beautiful golden orange sunrise or sunset. Lindsay A, got some spectacular pink clouds, light purple clouds. There's a big roll cloud from Lindsay. Look at that thing. Absolutely huge. Good job. Guffey, Colorado, Char, Golden Sunrise or Sunset. Bristol, United Kingdom, Tom. Some very ominous looking dark clouds. Colorado, Tammy B. Looks like a perfect arrow up in the sky. We saw one the other day that was white, and then she noticed one that was black. Perfect little arrow up in the sky. Foyle, Oklahoma, Scott S. of some very ominous looking low storm clouds. Look at those. They almost look like they're touching the ground. Good observation by Scott out of Oklahoma. Callaroo, Perth, Rachel A. Got some gravity waves up in the sky and an opening through a very cloudy sky. Micro Apple, another hole punch cloud phenomena. That one there is more round. And these rings or whatever they are in the sky, I don't know how else to describe those. They almost kind of look like a wire, barbed wire. I don't know. It's something unique up in the sky, taken by Lily Pops out of Thorn, Doncaster, United Kingdom. Just something unique. You don't see that very often. Williston, North Dakota, Josh A. of a fiery orange sunrise. Reno, Nevada, Jeff P. If you look real close, this is what compelled Jeff to photograph this unusual cloud above Reno. There's a dark area here that looks round, almost looked like the shadow of a planet or something up there. Check this out. It's a good observation by Jeff. See that right there? That's what compelled Jeff to take the video. High above Reno, Nevada. Copperopolis, California, Jason B. A spectacular golden sky. Sedona, Arizona, George. This here, it's a hallmark moment. Look at that. Sedona is beautiful anyway. And then you factor in a low profile double-decker rainbow and it becomes just outstanding. Great photograph, George. Thanks for sharing. Thank everybody for sharing. If you guys are new viewers, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. If you're a current subscriber, double check, make sure you're still subscribed and the bell is still activated. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery, and sometimes I use them in a picture slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.